Okay, for now, this will not be using any sound filter on this. I just say audio chain. This is just straight up regular settings. I figured maybe I should save the audio chain for like a different time. Like if I'm drawing, let the audio come down on its own. For now, this is fine. Have the game on a constant audio. For now, it's fine. I should say. All right. Game should never overpower me here, or the game could overpower me at times. I should say. I'd rather not like reduce the game value while it's for YouTube and all that. Alright, let me see. I was on... Let me see, which one was this? Well, 21, 31, 22. I believe it was this one. Yeah, this one right here. Yeah. Trial verdict. So Chiaka is alive, supposedly. It was just a simulation. It was all a dream. She used to read Word Up magazine. Alright, so let's go over here. Chiaka, show me. Alive. And the place is fine too. Nothing's destroyed. Hey, you're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She was the one who found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam Hamster and I found it when I stopped by the factory. Oh, a coincidence you say? Wrong. That is the will of a casualty guiding you. Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? I never allowed that. So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. Looks like it ended the way I hope it would. Ended up the way he hoped it would. So he wanted the traitor to win. Ultimately, right there. Nagito is trying to kill everyone except the traitor. It was just as Monokuma said. He really set up the traitor as the killer, and he even tried to make them survive the trial. But why would he do that? Enough. Oh, what the? Enough with your useless talk. It appears there's still more. Byakuya. But if everyone but the traitor's watching this video, then unfortunately, I guess I lost. The outcome is the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters to me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me. Now then, let's put the meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. But I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize in the final deadline will allow me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... makes sense. The Future Foundation's traitor must have known that truth all along. So I was able to learn the truth about the world, and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. Okay. But now that I know the truth, as long as I look back on Monokuma's action, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the island mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, Monokuma's trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that someone is seriously pissing me off. Hell, and happy on. Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that? That's enough for reflecting on the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go. The key to enter that place is that message you found at Nozomi Castle. Normally you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But since that message get rid of those steps, I think of it as an Easter egg or something. Sorry, my bad. My mic is falling down. Let me fix that. Alright, perfect. It was probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monomi. But that has nothing to do with me. Are you guys still think you're not gonna do something, or stop it doing it? Okay. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end, but I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then, I'll announce the password. 11 Leon. Okay, 11037. That's the password that was written in Nozomi Castle. You have to use that to enter the specific place. That's the only way you can escape the Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, so that's all for me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of the world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me, Omete. To tell others what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me. That was Nagito's final message. 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. There's no mistaking it. That's the password to enter the ancient ruin. You better hurry. I think let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right, let's go. Wait, what? I guess I'm going crazy. Maybe that's what it is right now. Let me see what Sonia has to say. Now then, let us make haste to the ancient ruins. As long as we work together, we will not lose Monokuma or anyone else. Let's go outside. Now is not the time to relax. I need to hurry to the ancient ruins of Second Island. Wow. I guess I'm going crazy. That's what's going on here. Somehow, it's quite nerve-wracking. Is it really safe to go inside? What's going to be in there? Oh, my hero's talking to? It's so unreliable to be freaked out like that. You're a man, aren't you? That's also the countdown. There's no time to stand around. Darn right, it's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, and the kills. Ah, if you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep it with me? Oh no, what a freak. Hey now, now's the time to screw around. It's going to be alright. So I think what's going on is Hajime lost his mind. So he's hearing these guys be right there. So he lost his mind after that trial. It's going to be alright. You don't have to worry. I will protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward then. The hell? Don't treat me like a kid. Look at this, even the homie Byakuya is here. Believe that hope lies beyond this point. That is your leader's order. What was that? I told her that you wouldn't understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool and piggy talk. Yep, she came back just for this. I'm going to kill you. Hajime, the password please. Yeah, I know. 11037, right? There's no need for you to worry. The only thing beyond this point is shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future. Beyond the door, the future is waiting. Mirar, the sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward. Yeah, this is part of his craziness right here.
ここは裁判場か？でもどうして裁判場なんだ？
確かに裁判場っぽいけど、でも今までのとは明らかに雰囲気が違うっつうか。
皆さんはどこに行ってしまわれたのですか？
皆さん？
What? Something's wrong? What did I do? No, that's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... this world. Chapter 5, Small at Hope in the Name of Despair. The end. Abandon all hope. Achievement unlocked. You obtain a present. Ooh, the gamer backpack. Yeah, I'll save it. Now I'll save it here at the top. I'll save it right here. I'll save it right here. Trial verdict. Right there is fine. Chapter 0. Heading to the school trip. Okay, so we're going 5 chapters back. It'd be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite irregular, just when you thought it was a series of small shakes. It would suddenly shake violently, and every time that happened, I'd have to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who was loved by talent, detecting irregularities among irregularities won't be that difficult. Ah, how boring. Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. Ah, you look like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships? Ah, that's right. That's it. So this is a ship. Ah, you just realized that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, take care to talk a little? The silence was starting to bore me. Instantly I saw his true character. The overfamiliar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Komada. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me. So to share a room with a person like that. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Also, that's your talent then. What a born talent. Born talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a talent as born as luck. Possess, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hospice Academy too, right? So you're one of us. Oh, but that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Oh, sorry. I'm also told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. They are profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world has come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in a present situation. Perhaps, does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Born people make no contributions to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like you had high expectations for you, huh? That's completely different from me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? Listen, well, using people is a talent too. It is now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about the ultimate despair? But how? I mean, I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me, even now, it rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Then, will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see the person I hate with every fiber of my being again? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much. Hey? Then explain your hand. It's some Dark Souls music right here. Ah, this? The end of the bandage. It's a woman's hand, right? Huh. Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's become one with me. Isn't it amazing? I successfully become one with the ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. Oh, what? I see, so you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know? Because she's my sworn enemy, because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power, and for that I... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? Huh? That's strange. Huh? Huh. I look out the window. We're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on the island once we get here. What's going to happen? I can already predict that what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by my talent. But no matter what happens, it's no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Huh, really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thought, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Who did he talk to? Maybe he was talking to Makoto as well. Nagito was talking to Makoto. Ah, what is this? Maybe Byakuya. It's a door. There's a door. A door. Why is a door here? Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, isn't this the classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I at a place like this? I went inside the ancient room with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why? It's not connecting. I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial ground and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered at the classroom, just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Oh my god. Togo.
マイテストマイテスト校内放送校内放送
This is a test of the school broadcast system.
大丈夫聞こえてるよねではではお前ら希望が峰学園にようこそこれから卒業試験についての説明を行いますので至急体育館までお集まりください
Huh. Did he say what I think he said? Yes, he definitely said it. He said, "Welcome to Hospice Academy." But why would this place be Hospice Academy? And not just that. What is this graduation exam? Isn't the killing over already? Does monitors serve the same purpose as the monitors on the island? If so, this will be under Monokuma's supervision, right? Is this place really Hospice Academy? So, what's going on? This clock doesn't have any hands. The clock without hands is meaningless. Why would something like this be in a classroom? Do a safety save real quick. Like that. Yeah, let's go right here. And even the hallway doesn't feel like a school at all. What a creepy place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hospice Academy. Is this creepy place the Hospice Academy that I've admired for so long? This is probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. That's right, that's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go and definitely clear things up. I want to check the 4th floor, see if that killing is still up there. Oh no, they actually put X's and stuff so you can't go there. Kind of forced to go. Yeah, you can't go anywhere. Okay, I see. Forced to go in one route. Unfortunately. Oh, this is the trial room. Old school trial room. Illuminati. Oh man. Okay, so the gotcha place? Oh no, the gotcha. Okay. I don't remember this one. That's a new door right there. The nurse office where Hifumi took his dive. Yep, the Y button still displays everything. The gymnasium's here, right? Alright, I'm going inside. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower anymore. And so I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. That was a fast one. This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of the door. It was a normal gymnasium. Yo, Hajime. You heard the announcement and came here too. You guys did too, right? Hey, what do you make of all this? Monokuma said that place was Hospice Academy's or something.
そんな
That cannot be possible.
まあな。
You're right. Any way you look at it, it's impossible. How does it feel to return to long-awaited Hospice Academy? Hey, where are we? Where did you lock us up this time? What a shock, I just told you. Guy, this is Hospice Academy. There are no ways, and that's true. But it is. I mean, this is definitely Hospice Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway? What's left of it? Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hospice Academy fell to ruin. You were serious about that? I don't believe it. But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for. What do you mean? Huh, anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to the Hospice Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic. Oh well, it's not like I did it for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone. Enough with this BS. Just spit it out already. Where did you take us, you bastard? He's probably referring to Hajime. Though I am not certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruins and... It means... I made this Hospice Academy between the door and to the ruin and the inside of the ruin. What do you mean between? What do you mean made? Oh my. Your mind's getting this grumbles that only knowledge can satisfy? Good, very good. It's fine to hurry along the graduation exam, but it's my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you? It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you're making a live exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. Then what is the graduation exam? Well, as the headmasters, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what's outside the world's like before you make a decision. Yo, what's going on, Glitch? How you doing? Whether you leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh? We're always gonna get out. There's no way we'll stay here. This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let's choose right away. Right now. You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Main cast? Meaning you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I had to disperse all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hospice Academy. But I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is gonna hate me. So please rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing were finished, he was still the same as usual. What's going on? Outside world, main cast. Somehow I have a bad feeling about this. Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hospice Academy. But that's impossible, right? How do we make it back to Hospice Academy from a tropical island in the first place? It's impossible. There's no place for Hospice Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. This building is really Hospice Academy. This is Hospice Academy I've been admiring for so long. What in the world's going on? So, why is this happening? Well, why? I was finally able to attend Hospice Academy. Finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope. If that's what you're thinking, just stop. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hospice Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a somebody. Who was nobody. That's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime, did something happen? Huh? Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all? As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means? Just what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation? Even though Chiakai and Monumi are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of. So they're not World Ender. Then we really were tricked by Monokuma. However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monumi never once denied that. Even if they're our allies, they might not just be allies. Maybe Monokuma's telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chika said she could not betray the Future Foundation, but if she was still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. So what should we do? Well, it's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do the graduation exam, right? Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying. Monokuma said something about the field trip, right? Is she telling us to investigate like we have been? Alright, I'm gonna do it. Kaku wa dekieru. Yeah, we might be able to learn about something. About Hospice Academy. About ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we could just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, can we go home when this is over? Right? We can finally get off this darn island, right? If that's the case, let us all leave this island alive by any means. Yes. He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how lucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hospice Academy, none of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. We sacrificed so many lives in order to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we could stop now. But Monokuma should already know that we're what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We had to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave the Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we never choose to stay on this island. So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird building? Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this darn building. Well, I'll just go on ahead for now. Hey, you're already going? What is that idiot thinking running around without being cautious? She obviously isn't thinking about anything. It will be fine. There will no longer be any situations where we must exchange each other's lives. So, we should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stop at the green light, we never reach our goal. Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, If there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then let's get this thing over with and go home. I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. With those brief words, Fyoku left the gymnasium.
失礼します。
I should do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then. Excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow, then left the gymnasium.
あらま
Miss Sonia?
あ。ソニアさん
Please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Mikashi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. Just a bit more and it's going to end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we have to do is advance towards the hope. Even though I don't understand. And that a lot of horrifying things keep happening. For the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Investigate. There's nothing to investigate here. Oh, what's the 5th floor? Wait, what? Gymnasium 5th floor. Mono? Okay, I'll go back and get it. Huh? That's weird. This is the hallway I walked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? Is he trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for this trap. There's no way this will make me back down. Alright, let me go back. Oh, there is no going back. Okay. I actually did miss the mono. I see. Let's go over here. Talk to Sonia.
あの、
This hallway, there's a strange feeling to it, no? An invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
弱りましたね。
It's just me? This is the 5th floor. And this is where that killing happened. I wonder if the bodies are still preserved here. Well, well, we can't go in there. I wish you could see if we could see those bodies there, but unfortunately. Just go see if the dojo. Oh, you can go to the dojo. Okay. Check out the dojo. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. Oh, what is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, The History of Hospice Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with the history first, class.
あのね。
Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. That's what the first. What's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. So just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. Well, that's good artwork. History of Hospice Academy. I picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hospice Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hospice Academy. Yeah, he can draw. He can draw. He might not be able to write letters, but he can draw. Hospice Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hospice Academy teachers who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Do they read mangas backwards in Japan? Yep, from right to left. You gotta start at the very back of the book. Hospice Academy isn't just a school for talent. It's also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hospice Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their researcher talent. They decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main departments who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilized a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expensive exam fees for the Reserve Departments are quite high compared to most high schools. Nonetheless, Hospice Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hospice Academy was now available to countless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hospice Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hospice Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hospice Academy. Hospice Academy was crippled by the incident, and it was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end all. Aw. The ending was so sudden, like a manga that's suddenly cancelled in the middle of its run. Sounds like Hunter x Hunter. Plus, these phrases mentioned at the end of the manga. The tragedy and the tragedy of Hospice Academy. These names are so melodramatic. There's no way these incidents really happened, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about these things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. The department was only built to collect money. I was one of the reserve course students, right? Aw, that's weird. Oh, you're here again. Ah, the thing that's weird is you, of course. Wow. Aw. Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known it even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think that's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say? Based on my assumptions, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of those reserve course students. Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memories of what happened. It happens pretty often. Not only that, I didn't know anything about that though. Are you saying it's my fault I forgot? That's not it. When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve course student. So, what the? Reserve Department. Okay. Armor. Is armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect the Japanese JoJo? Does monitor serve the same purpose as monitor an island? Okay, well, I read this already, yep. Sakura Blossom. This cherry tree is full bloom. It may be a tasteful sight to see a blooming tree inside a dojo, but in this situation it just looks bizarre. That target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, it could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? Dang, they didn't have enough time for a minigame there? Okay, same thing right here. The last trial will be figuring out what happened to the host peak. I believe so. Yep. So I think that's how all the games are going about. Maybe the third game is going to be like, what's happened to the island people or something like that. Or what happened to the island. First game was like, what happened to the world. Second game is what happened to the Hospice Academy. Something like that. The cherry tree's probably displaying its full blossom. The fallen petals add to the elegance of the scene. If Yoko and Peko were here, it would look truly picturesque. For their sake as well, I will definitely go home. Training dummy. There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training. There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wood block key sticking out of them. I guess they're not just for show, they're just for show. There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. No Coco stuff, no Kyoko stuff in there. See the plants here real quick. Darn, I wanted to see the man-eating plant right there, but it's not there anymore. Time to go to the 4th floor. (5A). I don't remember this one. I don't remember this one in the game. This one missing a hand too? Yep, they're all missing hands for some reason. Okay. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy Hospice Academy. Huh? It's the same one. Wasn't the Tragedy Hospice Academy mentioned in that other manga too? It's why Hospice Academy went bankrupt and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. This one has a gun on the cover though. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about the incident? Looks like Cowboy Bebop on the cover. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy Hospice Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, Tragedy Hospice Academy occurred at Hospice Academy. The key player in that event was a student named Izura Kamakura. That's a new one. Izura was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hospice Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly Izura was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents, wielding superior talent for the hopes of mankind. The Academy referred to Izura as the ultimate hope. Oh, they're talking about Makoto then? Is that Makoto's real name, Izura? To protect such rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izura's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izura's existence. But Izura, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hospice Academy Student Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izura. Okay, never mind then, never mind. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect Izura's superior talent and concealed the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use that incident to their advantage. The student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, it stoked the fires of reserve corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And the uprising began. And that heralded Hospice Academy's destruction. This is the entirety of Tragedy of Hospice Academy. Eventually, the incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident. The incident that would be known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. We're excited. Danganronpa 0. New game. With a heavy sigh, I close the manga. Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people were killed at Hospice Academy. What irony! For a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. Sa, he always has to lead up with something offensive. He seriously pisses me off. But ultimate hope. Nagito mentioned that before, too, but it looks like it means something completely different. They're here. What Nagito said was the true meaning of hope. But for Zero, hope is simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who possesses various talents. I wish they'd given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here, it said the reserve corps students in the reserve department began uprising. I wonder if Hajime was the leader of that rebellion. He's like, guys, let's get him. And he forgot all about it. Then what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. And probably Hajime was the one who killed him. Hajime probably killed Azura or something like that. Tragedy Hospice Academy. Anyway, I've learned about the Tragedy Hospice Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. It's far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's this other student that isn't Kuzuro? A certain student who secretly used this incident to advantage. Who is that? That's probably him. This incident is really messed up, but all it's going to do is raise more questions. The mysteries just keep piling up. I'll do a safety save real quick. Oh wait, I guess the highlighted ones means I can go. Or maybe not. Nope, stairs is not accessible. Over here. I went to the dojo already. I did a 360, didn't I? How am I not never get in there? Okay, I'm gonna check maybe the bio lab's open now. I had to go there first. Now the bio lab should be open. Yep, it's open. So there's certain rooms you're supposed to go in order. Okay, makes sense. Now let's look at the corpse real quick. What is with this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm on a freezer or something. I'll just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. Let me see if anyone's in here. I've seen this in movies before. It's a refrigerator for preserving dead bodies. At least that's what it looks like. But that's not possible, right? Keeping dead bodies in a high school. Bio lab isn't something you should joke about. It just feels so forced. This idea should have been cancelled during development or something. Oh, what am I thinking? Oh, here's the tarps that they use to conceal Mukusaba. This looks like a plastic tarp. Why is this left out like this? Clean up after yourselves, will you? And then, let's see if this monitor works. Okay, never mind. Same thing right there. I think the camera says the same thing too. This surveillance camera. Why would there be a surveillance camera inside the school? I wonder, does this have the same purpose as... Yep, okay, I read this. Oh, here's the Monokuma. Oh. Oh, right. Go in here. There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is Manga for Morons, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. I knew it. The next one would always be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was the incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of the manga and hoped that I was right. That reminds me of the clock meme where the guy's screaming. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved and such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Anyway, the beginning of this creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hospice Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by reserve corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hospice Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding in the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. As it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. But then it was too late. The ends in the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strongest butchered the weak. The weak killed the weakest among them. And soon, the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more civilized times, when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. It's like, oh, time for that 5 o'clock homicide. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coup d'etats began occurring around the world. A war raged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religions, or personal gain. Just war. It never changes. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, World Ender, devoted to certain students who influenced Hospice Academy. A group called Ultimate Despair. Okay, that one. Instead of using Hospice Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses or to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programs wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up. I mean, if this really is true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them? Are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this? Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough. What is this messed up manga? I thought you obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but were you not to remember that? Such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault. So, thanks for them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during that period has been completely removed from your brain. This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible. How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world. I see, so that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning. Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know. On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. But on the other hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we'll want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps no, that's definitely it. The tragedy. Whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is the ultimate despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student, who guided Hospice Academy to its destruction? Are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy Hospice Academy? Plus, the organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as the ultimate despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called ultimate. Then are the killings were involved and connected to them as well? It's no use. I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of the freezing room. Do a safety save real quick. Phew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So where should I go next? Safety save right here. I can't go there yet for some reason. Wonder if I have access to the 4th floor yet. Nope. I don't have access to that yet. Let me see if I have access to the plant room. Or wait, there was that adjacent building that was right next to it that I didn't go to. Yeah, this one. Wait, where am I? That's the wrong way. This one. Yeah, this one I didn't have access to earlier. 5B. No, I should ignore it. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him. Wait, what? Let's see what Monokuma has to say. Well, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasantly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right? What are you doing here? Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. I got bored at drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up, what did you need to tell me? It's about the key piece of information you've been waiting for so long. The prize is Ultimate Despair. Aww. Even with the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days. It was originally titled for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. He's referring to Junko on that one. A high school girl. Lady Junko Enoshima. Junko Enoshima. As the former Ultimate Despair, she created the despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the Ultimate Despairs. There's really one horrible person in that group. Hold on a second. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would join some messed up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about it. That holds true for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power. Her connections were the main reasons the incident became the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat. Then what was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause the incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do what they did without any purpose. It was Junko Ishima's despair. Aww. For Junko, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko as Junko. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Junko is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Lying, dying, eating, loving. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudge, anything really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. And so, the ultimate despairs had been recruited, became nothing more than Junko's limbs. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else, was dedicated to Junko Enoshima. Like believers making offers to their gods. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all their despair so that they could escape from despair. All in Junko's name. For example, they killed their families and friends, even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something like that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hospice Academy? Final days? Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history. Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department? They fulfilled their roles as disposable limbs. They believe in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 students of the reserve department all committed mass Sudoku. Oh, they did that. All of them. Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. One person was excluded. Huh. Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair Junko Enoshima. It doesn't scare me at all. I mean, Junko Enoshima's already dead. Yep, she's dead. Huh? Ultimate despair has been added to truth. Yep, she's dead already. Reserve department has been updated. Hey Fyoko, is it true what you said? Junko Oshima, is she really dead? What, you didn't see? There's a book called Manga for Morons Killing School Life, and that bloody classroom. A bloody classroom? No wait, what was that you said about killing school life? Like the killings we were involved, and they were killings that happened at Hospice Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her. Yep, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy. For a manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead. It turns out that killing school life was part of that whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hospice Academy and forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hospice Academy, and she took away their memories. That's just like us. Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing? The students of Hospice Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. With a messed up plan that was stopped, Junko Enoshima failed. Junko lost the students she placed in her tarp, and after being overcome by the despair she created, took her own life. Then Junko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether the Monokuma story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko Onishima isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? If Junko Onishima was already dead, are the rest of the Ultimate Spirits behind this? I like how Monokuma staying silent for this. Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings were evolved and resembled the killing school life. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation. If the student from Hospice Academy to stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during this killing school life? Killing school life has been added to the true section. Junko updated. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh? What do you have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it. Oh well, I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that? One step at a time. You're getting closer to clearing my character route. You're not making sense again. Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy. Safety save here. What a surprise! Do you want to hear about the Ultimate Despairs again? No, I don't really need you to. Even though the term Ultimate Despair refers to a group these days, it was actually a term used to describe. Okay, wait. He just started on his own. She created despair blaming. Okay, yep. Yep. Oh, wait, hold on. He's repeating himself. It's fine already. You don't have to keep explaining. It's fine. I'm just getting to the good part. Good part or not. I've already heard this from you before. This killing school life was about it. How former students had their memories taken away, were forced to kill each other. The surveillance cameras throughout the academy were filming it and broadcasting. Oh, yep, I read this already. Yep, I read this. Yep, read that. Okay, that's fine. This is metal slabs are covering portions of the classroom where windows would usually be. These better not be remnants of the killing school life. Aww. It changed to a different hallway this again. So sudden, what's going on? What's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this. Sorry about that. Akane is twitching her nose like a beast and examining her surrounding. Hey, what happened? Well, you know, it's just my gut, but I feel like something's getting closer. Oh, what do you mean, who? I don't know, it's just my gut after all. Just my gut. But still, her gut's pretty impressive. For some reason, it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coven. It's surprising, but her gut must be correct again, this time. I actually wanted to see if the Monokuma room is open. Yeah, can't go in there unfortunately. Ooh, piano room. This is like the music room. I feel like I see something strange. This is the monument of Fuyuko's dead sister, probably. Looks like some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room? And not just that, the mark engraved into the monument is a symbol of the Future Foundation, right? Below the symbol, there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hospice Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Aww. The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hospice Academy. Aren't they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma's, he completely made it up. The Future Foundation origin has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Hologram. What is this? Words are floating in the air. It's like a hologram, right? The floating letters are forming a sentence. Looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have obtained information of a person who claims to be a survivor of Hospice Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hospice Academy, it's possible that they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko Inoshima rallying them. In worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hospice Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we have received a report from a research facility on the Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been complete. It seems we could proceed with the experiment phase of the Neo World program. Survivors of Hospice Academy. 15 students. Is that about us? Excluding Chiakai, who was part of the Future Foundation. There were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking about from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore, maybe? It's starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. The Academy Survivor. Okay, that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed the Future Foundation is on our side at least. They were founded by the graduates at Hospice Academy, and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiakai should have made that clear to us. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't think Future Foundation is the enemy. No, as long as Monokuma was around, he probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma, if he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs, who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko Inoshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's this about? Only Future Foundation facility we found was the ancient ruin. There's no way that's a research facility. If there really is a research facility on the island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow, there's still so many mysteries. It's a very nice looking grand piano. It might be very valuable. Ibuki might have been able to play this. Dang. He's gonna take it there? Okay, let me go right here. That one's really hidden. That one kind of blends in with that one. This feels different from a classroom.
もしかしてよ
It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like that. More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Flowers on top of the desk. Plus, it looks strange to me. Are my eyes just tired? List of subjects. Ah, there's something written on the blackboard. What's written here? List of subjects is written on the blackboard. A large letter just below that. Okay, so we have Hyoko. I like how Hyoko has her own section on that one. Hajime, Chiakai, Soda, Akane, Sonia, Peko, Nagito, Gundam, Ultimate Imposter, My Hero, Mikami, Buki, Teru, Nekomaru. Yep, they're all accounted for. Are names I've seen before. There's a newspaper post on the blackboard. Below that, Yoko Sanji is written there. What is this newspaper? Okay, that's a good picture of her. What is this? It says Miss Hyoko Sanji. This can't mean that same Hyoko, right? I mean, the Hyoko we knew. She was much smaller, looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in the newspaper, and the way I can see the resemblance to Hyoko, for her height and figure, it's too different from the Hyoko we knew. What does this mean? Maybe that was her mom. This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hyoko's Yonji on here. Oh, then Hyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first and last name. That's no explanation, right? I mean, look at it for yourself. That's not Hyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister? Well, it's not like I was close to her or anything. She doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko is the Sanji family's only daughter. If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still too much of a resemblance. That's Hyoko. Aww. What are you saying? Hyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap looking like that. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt? What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had growth spurt. Well, regardless, all the clues I provided are true. If they weren't, it would be fair. The heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hyoko in this newspaper. Is he really saying this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hyoko when she's already dead? Why does she even exist? Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh? If it says subjects, maybe it means there was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Hyoko's body? Oh, what am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes me sound messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under the list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it? What's going on? It better not have anything to do with the time travel. List of subjects. This is the founder right here. This was the same portrait in the funhouse. Extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched onto the placard says Hospice Academy founder Izuru Kamakura. I wonder what What was Kyoko's dad's name? I don't know if she ever gave her her dad's name. So was he the Ultimate Hope, the original Ultimate Hope, and then he got destroyed by Junko? That's how the first game happened, I guess. That'd be kind of odd. He's the founder though. The founder of Hospice Academy, and his name is Izura Kamakura. Does this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Another mystery. Academy founder. There are letters floating in the air, like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess you'll read it. We understand the matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko Inoshima, the fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is an old order to kill them? That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging the war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily. Remnants of despair. Okay, with this, you're totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime. You shall now go to the next stage. Next stage. Get this Monokuma real quick. Not again. The hallway is different from last time. I guess when the flag Monokuma mentioned is raised, I'll move to a different hallway than the last. But how can he do that? No, that's not the time to be confused by that. Thinking about it is just going to waste my energy. How does he do that? Maybe he's like in a VR simulation. I guess Sonia's gonna be on this floor. Oh, the rec room. Where Celeste set herself up. There's a billiard table, a dartboard, and a shelf lined with magazines. It's hard to think a room like this actually exists inside a school. Let me look at this manga real quick, the file. It's a file with Hospice Academy seal on it. It says confidential. That means this is the big secret, right? Why would an important document be here? Why am I even asking a question like that? Obviously Monokuma was responsible. Anyway, I need to confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hospice Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope Cultivation Plan seeks to use the future of our labor to further our true goals. With our hands, we will birth the true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. This plan has been the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and intricate orders. It was full of difficult technical terms and I had no idea what any of them meant. However, the word True Hope left a strong impression on my mind for some reason. The Hope Cultivation Plan was created for the sake of birthing true hope. Hope's Academy was behind something like that. I don't really get it, but there's something about those words. True hope, huh? Hope Cultivation Plan. There's a lot of different magazines here. Fashion, motorcycles, martial arts, sports, computer travel. There's even a magazine about cameras. My hero would have been happy to see this. This is where Sakura died. It's a nice, firm looking leather sofa. Looks like it's been comfortable for anyone to sleep on. That's where Sakura took her deep sleep. Alright, so let's go over here to dartboard. There's a dartboard, but there's still school. This is still school, right? Or did Monokuma just randomly make up this place? This hologram again. What's this one say? Looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we have finally succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. Though they were all dispersed, we were successful in acquiring all 15 of them. Ah, so they were pretty much hunted down and taken. Due to the fact that we are unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some are wounded, but it seems certain that they survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we determined that they are the same age as the others, so we have decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life. As for remnants of despair, there's still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no new information to report. We will continue with the investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything's for the sake of a future filled with hope. Remnants of despair updated. The Academy survivor has been updated. Okay. It says here that they succeeded in acquiring them and have placed them in our care. That's Hajime and all of them. That means we should have been protected by the Future Foundation, right? Then why is this happening? If the Future Foundation was protecting us, why were we forced to kill each other on this island? Well, I guess it's not possible that the Future Foundation set this all up. My Hajime. If you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and collapse. It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway? It's exactly what it looks like. They're the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made the perfect rule, the perfect clue, but I did a little bit of hacking there, here and there, to get them. You can always do that? Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents. Well, who cares about me anyway? That's not important at all. There's no way that's not important. It's true identity should connect everything to what's happening right now. Too bad I can't just get this I don't think there's a Monokuma here anywhere. Looking, make sure that I don't miss it. There's this one, but oh wait. Ah, the locker brings back memories. Alright, let's go back over here. Looks like I'm in a different hallway again. I'm pretty much used to it by now, but even so. What is this place? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, this is just totally disconnected from reality. See what Kane has to say. It's close, it's very close. Someone is coming. It's twitching her nose, examining her surrounding. They're definitely real close, at least that's what my gut's telling me. Then answer this with your gut. Is it an enemy or an ally? Let me see, my gut's feeling... They're both. He's right, they're both. Both? What do you mean? I don't know any details. It's just my gut after all. Well, that's true, I guess. Do a safety save. Wait, this is 0 and 6. Oh. Time to go to the archive, I guess. Oh, the pet hatched. It died? Oh no. Okay, hold on. Let's fix that. Oh, it died. Oh, no. Reload. Let's fix that. Oh, don't die on me. Holy moly. It was like 2 steps from death. Don't you die. There you go. Oh, it had a lot of despair. I see. It's fine. I said it's fine. Okay, let's go. Okay. This must be a library. Monokuma probably left something here too. I should hurry up and find it. The holograms again. It must be another one of the Future Foundation's emails. I should read it. There's no doubt that it's another clue. To Future Foundation 14th Division. Makoto Naki. There you go. Makoto actually alive then. Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What are you doing is a serious act of treason, do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived, and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Ah, so these guys were saved by the original 6. Everything's for the sake of a future filled with hope. What does this mean? The email suggests that someone was trying to let the remnants of despair escape. The email is addressed to Makoto. But he's with the Future Foundation, right? Then why was he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Is that what Chiakai did too? Email to Makoto has been added to the truth book section of your handbook. Ah, I think I understand now. When they said traitor, they meant traitor to... When Monokuma said traitor, he meant to say traitor to the Future Foundation. He didn't meant be traitor to the students. So traitor was interpreted by the students like, oh look, there's a spy. It's a spy, Future Foundation, but Chiakai betrayed the Future Foundation because she wanted to help these guys right here. So it does make sense now. Brenda's despair was added to your handbook. Okay. Wait, I think I read this. Yeah, I read that. Okay, let's go right here. I need to cure the pest despair too. Let me give it a present. Does this get rid of despair? No, it doesn't. Oh, it does, it does. Let me give it this real quick. Give it all the water. It'll be real quick. I had it surrounded by unhealthy living conditions. I'm just trying to rectify this. Give us some Ramune. Perfect. To be. Oh, didn't I walk into the classroom? I don't really get it, but this is like the laundry room. There's no use worrying about it. But I was in a school now. It's only a laundry room. Oh, Bamonakuma, okay. Tablet PC. This is like a tablet computer. Looks like the power is on too. Is this the next clue? Picked up the tablet and immediately started examining it. Neo World Program. The word Neo World. Seem to recall hearing it and seeing it a few times already. The Neo World Program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World Program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software. To develop the Neo World Program, individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer, the Ultimate Neurologist, and the Ultimate Therapist were among the many talented people whose research were utilized. By mounting a device to the cranium, the Neo World Program allows the subject to experience a synthetic virtual world. Oh, is that what they're feeling right now? Ah. Additionally, the Neo World Program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in the synthetic virtual world. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Any other use is expressly forbidden. Though it is highly effective in treating brainwashing, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating the program. So they got a nano chip in their head. That's why he's bugging out like this. Slowly, everything around me turned black. Synthetic virtual world. That's what we're experiencing right now. Program. A feeling of emptiness, like everything's being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world's collapsing beneath my feet. Everything's starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts, the sad goodbyes, the conflicts, the trust I felt till now. Yes, all disappear until all I feel is despair. I screamed loudly, as if I was confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm starting to accept that there's no way something as crazy as this actually exists. You gotta raise a flag more in order to clear my character route. Now then, despair is awaiting you. Impossible. This is impossible. It's all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up. Including me, too? That explains that one Monokuma theater. It says everything is a lie. So now going back to this, that's how you sum that up. Do a safety save real quick. Hey, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the Killing School trip? By the way, did you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you a world that truly deserves to be called a game. You guys are the only ones watching this who can save them. The end of the world is nigh. What you gonna do? What's gonna happen? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it heart-throbbing? Look forward to it. This hallway. When we first arrived here, I walked down the hallway from the classroom to get to the gym. I don't really see a resemblance, but... Wait, let me go to the gym real quick. I can't go back. Oh, yes I can. Dang it, the gym is locked off. Can't even do the gacha either. Yep, locked. The moment we discovered that the truth was a lie, all hope will disappear. Okay. Is this floating? That's impossible. There's no way something like this big would be floating like this. In the Neo world, everything is possible. But why? But what in the world is this? In the moment I looked at the object, oh, it's Fujisaki. Jiro, welcome to the Neo World program. A person? A fluent person is talking to me. Who is it? No, is this even a person in the first place? Oh, I'm not quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. That is the name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk? Well, what are you? Alter Ego. Artificial intelligence program? I am the master program behind the Neo World program. I'm responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing, and because of that, this world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow what you're saying. Let me gather my thoughts first. Is that feeling from earlier? It's floating like my feet are hovering above the floor. It's like I can't feel my feet or the ground. I can't even believe my own existence. Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, what is the Neo World program? The Neo World program has omitted the data collection procedure for shaping the entire world. As such, only the data we collect during the experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailed in Jabberwock Island, where this research facility is located. That is why the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was restored. Ergo, if I am to answer your question, where is this place? The answer will mostly be Jabberwock Island. Certain portions of it are different depending on the circumstances. For example, this school you're in. It appears this space is entirely under the virus influence. That's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, even without the virus, these circumstances are a bit unnatural. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry, but I don't really know the circumstances of the outside world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of Neo World program. Most of its words, I understood what they meant, but I couldn't understand what was being said. There was no way for me to acknowledge it as the truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel I can't believe what's going on here. This is messing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths. They're all just fiction. Is that? Even so, I need to know. I need to know what this world is. Hey, can you tell me? Hey, can you tell me? What was the Neo World program used for in the first place? The Neo World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. Program for creating hope. But the fact that we're here and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step toward replacing memory. Replacing the memory data is one of the features of the new Neo World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set it to. And from there, you upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Removing memories at any time period you set it to. So Monokuma was right. We did lose our school memories. But why? Well, why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? Maybe they were despairing, that's why. There's like, you know what? They're despairing. And Makoto's like, let's save them. That is a mystery to me too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hospice Academy while it's still in experimental stage. I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. Are you saying we're lab rats? That's the only thing I can think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did that to us. But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry. I can't provide that much help. If only I was more reliable. I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All these new worlds make my head feel like it's about to burst. Can you tell me more about the observer in that virus? Well, for this session, the Neo World program was programmed to house 15 people, along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were disguised as a teacher and one of the students. Oh, it was both Chiakai and Monomi. Oh, and the virus is Monokuma. They were intended to guide the participants in this way. By the way, the observer in the teacher role has been given the authority to influence you all. But the observer in the student role was not. Oh, is that why Chiakai couldn't say anything? Because she didn't have literally computer permissions to talk about it. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they seemed the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher is properly managing the rules they've created, there's no risk of abuse. But because of the virus infecting everything, that has changed. It changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The Neo World program would have promised eternal peace. Oh, now I think I'm piecing it together. Because this is the virtual world, they're gonna recreate Junko, and we're gonna have to fight Junko again. The Neo World program would promise eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it's because a world filled with violence and death. What is that virus? I don't really know the details behind its true identity, but the function is beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it already knows what I'm attempting to do. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities, which contained my authority to build the world. It was a grandmaster chess player. I desperately tried to fight back so it wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world has been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about Monokuma's rock and the funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of one-sided attack. The alter ego should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her. Unless one of the people that helped create it fell under despair and put their own snippet of code in it. Which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this alter ego? If so, does that virus possess an artificial intelligence just like her? So, what the heck? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against another one. That's so freaking irritating. But how did the virus infect the Neo World program? The Neo World program exists in isolation. It's impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus into the facility and directly uploaded it into the main computer where the Neo World program is installed. Based on my calculations, that's most likely what happened. It was brought to the Future Foundation's facility, but the only person who could ever enter the facility is someone who's a member of Future Foundation. So, what am I thinking? Why am I assuming that was just what I just heard the truth? Why am I assuming that everything is a lie? Observers. Neo World program. But it's true that the virus is powerful and that I'm completely overwhelmed by it. But I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too. A limit? If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. And as such, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure and... Okay, even if you're just a commie in the machine, that's enough hints from you. If you're gonna say something more, I suppose that you exist between life and the death of yourself is inevitable. If so, it can be parallel to the disfluxion based on the definition of existence that constitutes the relationship. From there, the paradigm change result by being cut off rapidly and causes a situation where your own existence is unobservably and accelerated crosses with the joint ownerships of the world. And the situation from this context invites your death. I see. Oi. Shina. What the heck? What just happened? You're right. You're right there, aren't you? Someone is right there, right? It looks like Makoto's silhouette. Aw. Who are you? Are you different from the earlier one? Maybe that timer? I think I understand. The timer was for a system overhaul or system reset. That's what the whole timer was about. So if all of them would have just waited, it would have been just fine. Because Makoto and them would have saved them from this virus. Maybe you can't hear my voice from this side. I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video's feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch it. Forced to watch us? I really wanted to save you right away, but because of the virus interference, I couldn't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The Neo World program is beyond our control now. In that world, that person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. The alter ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means that's working, then it means that the person I need to talk to is right here. I hope. Looks like the guy can't even hear me or see me. Just who is this guy anyway? Is he our ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say that what I need to say, and I believe you're there listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected such an atrocious virus was lurking inside the Neo World program. But that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it was too late. But it's not just the virus either. I can say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I was unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this was the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What did he want us to save us from? Why would this save us? You've already seen the passage into the graduation exam ground, right? You know, Leon? Leon, that's the number we found at Nezumu Castle. The door to the ancient room is supposed to open after you all finish gathering the Hope's fragment. Oh my goodness. I see. So that's why Monomi's like, gather all the Hope fragments quick. From there, you guys were supposed to challenge the graduation exam. However, I prepared the password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I had my doubts that this program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. That's the reason I left the 11037 password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. But I find it kind of funny, it's like, why would he name it Leon? Because he killed Sayaka, even though he backstabbed him. Leave it like a different name, like Kyoko or something. I never thought Nagito, who saw it first, would erase that password. Anyway, I'm also the person who set the password to that number. That person contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? I'm entrusting that will to you all. I'm trusting it to your future. And that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they're going to crush you with despair using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up on hope. let's see. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there, because I have a secret to defeat them. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defeat Monokuma? In a worst case scenario, where an observer who has the role of teacher goes rogue, I prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation exam site. It's the forced shutdown sequence. Forced shutdown sequence. Even the teacher authority can't stop the command. It's a way to end this and that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer. Which means even if they stole the teacher's authority, they shouldn't be able to stop it. If you use that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half the number of the people. And in order to do that, you need to somehow get that number. Death. What was that just now? Hey, Hajime, what was that weirdness just now? Nothing really. I see. Oh well, anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. If that's a no-good artificial intelligence tells you any more useless stuff, I'm gonna butt in it again. Did Monokuma not notice what just happened? It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see, it'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. That means Monokuma doesn't know about the conversation I had with that guy just now. You guys had a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on how you guys use that weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus invasion with all my might so you guys can use the weapon. The rest is up to you. Alright, do your best. Do our best, huh? What do we have to do our best at? The mystery's getting solved. It's fine to see. I'm finally starting to see the truth. But what are you supposed to do with that truth is really a lie? We all know we're working towards a conclusion that nobody wants to hear. But still, do we really need to work hard and do our best? Now, one thing I've noticed, right, is that like all the people, even when we were upside down, Akane didn't freak out or anything. It was only Hajime who could see all these visions. Or at least Akane didn't point out anything like, oh look, we're upside down, do you see that? Or Hajime didn't speak to that. So maybe it's only affecting Hajime at the moment. Is there really a reason to do our best? If everything was a lie, then isn't everything just meaningless? It's the same for killings too. Even though we had to experience something as painful as that, something as tragic as that, wouldn't that all be meaningless too? When the world is flipped over and becomes so irrational, what am I supposed to do? 11:37. The shutdown sequence. Safety save. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. You guys have a weapon? Okay, I read that. Goodness, that was loud. Okay.
Eh, 僕も待ち疲れたんで、思い切って始めちゃいますか。お待ちかねの卒業試験です。お前ら、希望が峰学園の1階にある赤い扉へとお入りください。うぷぷ、じゃあ後でね。
A red door, huh? It's just a waste of time thinking about what this all means right now. For now, I need to finish this. I need to just focus on that. Alright, so this is a part where I'll save here. I think it's a trial time right after this. So next time, right? Next time, it'll be trial time and we'll see how this story unfolds. But yeah, for any lurkers and bottle watchers, thank you for watching this far. You guys take it easy. Adios.